Yeah, I'm stunned, actually.
Kidding, right?
Thank you very much. Madeline, thank you very much for sharing that very couth speech with us today. Now, I was left with the impression from your speech today that was almost like the type of speech that you might give at work. Is that correct? Okay. It had that sort of flavor, that characteristic of a work speech. Fantastic, wonderful. My evaluation will be based on hearing a work speech. Okay? So, the challenge I think we all have with work speeches is that we've heard 100 of them, right? And I think the information that you have in your speech is actually really critically important for the people that you'll be delivering it to. So what's important about any time that you give this speech is that you have to grab and hold your audience's attention. I think it's important because of the importance of the information that you're trying to share with them. So an interesting part about your speech, you had a very quiet start to your speech. You came up here and then you started talking to us in a low, sort of measured tone. It wasn't over the top. You didn't ask us a question. You really didn't do anything right off the bat to grab our attention. You just sort of started your speech, right? And everyone knew you were giving a speech, and so we all paid attention to you. But if you were dealing with an audience that maybe had other things going on or easy distractions, you might not be able to grab them right off the bat. Congratulations, you have an extremely clear voice. I had no problems making out anything you said during your speech, okay? So you come across extremely clearly. You did up here with your body a little bit, you did waver. There was a little bit of a breeze going on, okay? And just because it was sort of distracting during your speech, you did a lot of stuff with your hands. Your hands were in contact with each other a lot during your speech. And then what happens is, as you're speaking, I'm watching your hands, I'm thinking you're going for your guns. I'm thinking you have guns and you're gonna go for them eventually, so I'm watching your hands, because I know I have to get under the table when that happens, okay? So a little bit of a concern there. I thought the content in your speech was really well laid out. You had a lot of content in that speech, but I thought you did an excellent job of laying it out for us. I would have preferred at the beginning if you had told us, I'm going to share with you a speech that has 3 parts, or there's 3 types of assistance we can bring. Because what happened was you went through the first one, which was basically counseling, and then you jumped into financial counseling. And I was like, wait, what happened? And then of course you went into geriatric counseling at the tail end. No problems with that whatsoever, but I think at the beginning you have to tell me that there's 3 parts. Because then I will be expecting you to transition from the first part to the second part, and transition from the second part to the third part. Obviously, so much information, you were reading notes, okay? And the note reading was a little distracting because you would read your notes, and then you would talk to us, okay? So you might want to think about seeing what you can do to memorize a little bit more of it. Notes are no problems, but you did spend a lot of time, but there was a ton of information, so I fully understand where that was coming from. I thought you had excellent eye contact during the speech. You looked at everybody in the room, so congratulations on that. And I really liked the way you wrapped up the speech. It was a big speech, it was a complicated speech, it had a lot of information in it, but I thought you had a very solid ending. You told us exactly where to go and what to do. And I thought that was a great way to end it. I probably can't take in everything that you told me, because it's so much, but at the end you gave me a next step. So if I wanted more information, I knew exactly where to go. So excellent job, big complicated speech. I thought you did an excellent job of it.
We had 2 really good evaluations this week. Both of them gave information that was pertinent, information that was helpful.